Awesome. Guys, welcome to this Tuesday night live webinar. Some of you, most all of you know who I am. My name is Michael Huey. I am an Elite Pro 7 with LifeVantage. Some of you may not even have heard of LifeVantage, but let me just tell you a quick, brief introduction about myself. That picture of my lovely wife up there eating ice cream, I promise I will change that for her because she doesn't eat much ice cream anymore, and so we just have a little joke about it. But I am the founder and CEO of a health, wellness, relationship, and business company called Hefluence. We're in a branding phase and a relaunching phase right now. I've never been more excited in my life. My wife and I have a phrase that 50 is the new 30, not only because of our outlook on life and our businesses are all flourishing and the information we have, but it all started with the information that you're hearing about tonight. And no matter what's out there on the market, no matter what you've heard about, hearing information from a friend or from a doctor or from your neighbor, whatever, this information tonight, because I know what goes through people's head. Is it real? That's the very first and most important thing. And let me tell you something. If it wasn't real, I wouldn't stake my 25-year reputation on the line, and neither would over 700 medical professionals that have joined our company in the last 3 years. So and as you come on, if you're not muted, please mute. Thank you. I muted the lines, but sometimes a person jumps on it, doesn't have muted. So I'm a graduate of The Ohio State University, and I went to graduate school. I have a degree in exercise science and sports nutrition. I created multiple six-figure incomes inside the health, wellness, nutrition, and coaching industry. You can see I also ran track. I just saw KJ jump on. I showed him this picture today. It's funny. Told my wife I was out doing sprints today, and I felt like that guy today. I put this picture of these supplements on here because that was me 6.5, almost 7 years ago. And so was my family, taking multiple medications. And look, we're not taking away exercise and diet. We're just teaching you some new technology, number one, that no one knows about, that is revolutionizing and taking away, I believe you'll see by the end of this, we know as the supplement industry. And I'm going to teach you a little bit about that. So I like to ask this question, and I updated this slide a little bit this week because I started to think about this and dive deep into this. And like I said, if this is the first time you've heard this information, if you still have some people that you want to get on, text them this information. And the meat of this is going to be awesome as we go through this. So I ask people this question, and hope you guys will learn from this, that this is how you should share this information with people, because I'm here today because I feel like I have a moral obligation to share this information. This has never been about me. It will always be about you if you're a guest, you if you're a business partner of ours. And we are here. It has to be just you because I'm getting thumbs up from everybody else. I think my audio is okay. If my audio is not good, I have an external mic on right now. So if it's not good, just somebody text me because I have my phone. But the chat box is usually going to be left for the end. So if it's bad, just text me. I have my phone here. So I asked people where they were September 4th of 1998. And you're thinking, well, why is Mike asking me that question? Mike is asking you that question because I believe the information that you're hearing about tonight in the next 5 to 7 years, and yes, you can hear about it from me and your neighbor and your friend, is going to revolutionize that handful of supplements that you saw. Is going to revolutionize biohacking and nutrigenomics, which we're going to talk about in this webinar too. And I thought about, what did we use before Google? I found this awesome picture of a library that looks just like the library that where I went to high school at. And there's one that it kind of looks like the one where I went to college at, but multiplied big. Saw some pictures of those. But you know what I used? I used AOL, American Online, because it was all we had. Some people used Yahoo after that. But I want you to think about that as you hear from this information from me tonight about the significance of what this information is, because Google's now the brand, okay? The information you're hearing about tonight is with a company, LifeVantage, that is traded on the same stock exchange as Google and Apple on the New York Stock Exchange. So you're hearing about information that one is revolutionizing a a new industry. You're going to see why it's doing that, and you're going to see the significance of it as it goes. And who wouldn't, if you would have had the opportunity to invest in Google back in 1999, would you have done it? Yes, of course you would have. And so I'm not going to share this with you tonight. I believe after talking to several of my friends and leaders in the company that it's good for you guys to share this video with them. But I am going to talk just 30 seconds about it, 30 seconds to a minute about it. Never before till I watched this ABC Primetime investigative report, and then there's a follow-up after it about what's transpired since it back in 2005. Has there ever been this positive of a spin on anything ABC News has ever done? And they ran it one time. And you can find that they run things that are not good over and over, and they advertise that on different sites that they have. And this, they validated. They validated it, and they said, coming soon, studies on, and went on to talk about different things. Those studies are done. Everything is here. I love it at the end of the video, the ABC News clip. He's like, we can't say that we treat, prevent, or cure, or hey, and he asked me if you found the fountain of youth. He said, do you know if this can extend life? Well, guess what? We know now that it can. And we've had the studies to back it up. So if you're a guest or if you're a distributor who is showing this information, make sure that after you share this information with them, that you let them watch this video. So I'm going to talk about biohacking tonight. It's been a passion of mine, not just for the last 7 years as I've been involved in my fitness, but for the last 10 years. And there's a lot of biohacking stuff out this, but this took biohacking to the next level. And so what I really want you guys to think about is this. I changed this to this slide because one of my doctor friends put this on and I stole it from him. The art of hacking your biology using nature's built-in mechanism to stack the cards in your favor and become the best version of you, maximizing your biological potential. And then the other one was, the other perspective on biohacking is that you can hack your own biology and you can gain control of systems inside your body that you would have never been able to access before. We know all kinds of biohacking, meditation, cold showers, infrared sauna, cryotherapy. There's tons of them. Intravenous stuff. Nothing works like this. There's beam. There's all kinds of stuff that are tools. But this takes it to the next level when it comes to taking back control of systems inside your body. Rather than supplementing your body, we're activating our body. And I love that. And so how many of you know somebody that struggles with inflammation and which leads to oxidative stress, low energy, which means they're not sleeping well, bloated stomach, right? I believe you're hearing about the information of that. As I said before, my wife and I believe that 50 is the new 30. And so what is oxidative stress? Everybody wants to know about this. It is the most researched topic in relationship to disease. Okay, and you guys are hearing about the only solution that any research has found when it comes to oxidative stress. Okay, you can see the example of the apple. How does it get that way? Exercise, breathing pollution at the gas station, our phone. If you guys notice, my phone is not close to me; it's over here. Okay, I don't put my phone in my bedroom because it causes EMF, right? And look, which leads to free radical damage and oxidative stress. Just look at the everybody part, and I guarantee you that a lot of this relates to you and your friends and your family. This is why you should care about oxidative stress. These universities, including my alma mater, Ohio State, the University of Kentucky, LSU, Florida, Harvard. Harvard did a study on Duchenne's muscular dystrophy. There's a part about it in a movie. Drug companies have tried to compare their products to us and lost in every single study that there's been. The National Institute of Aging did a study that showed that we extend life by 7%. You know anybody that you would like to have had around 7% longer? Johns Hopkins doing a study on ovarian cancer. These are funded studies by the universities, not done by LifeVantage. So where can you find this information? Go to PubMed.gov and type in Protandim. Just type in oxidative stress over on this. Look at the related searches on the side. Oxidative stress, and look what comes up. Protandim. Protandim and inflammation. Protandim and blood pressure. Protandim and skin. Okay? 7 patents. I asked a friend of mine who owns multiple nutrition stores, how many of your products inside of your store are patented? You mean ingredients? I said, no, the actual product itself. He said, none. And he said, you have 7 US ones and 2 internationals on one product? And look, you guys have seen it. You've seen where the research is done. So why does this work? Here's what traditional supplements and food do. They work on a 1-to-1 basis. They go in, they eliminate 1 free radical. We're ravaged by 300 plus septillion. It's 300 with 20 some zeros after it every single day on an average. You can look that up yourself. Go to Google Scholar and look that up, right? I'll just tell you this. Just remember one thing. Google is a search engine, not a research engine. It's a search engine. It doesn't allow you to do scientifically validated research. Go to Google Scholar to do your research. And so what this does is, instead of supplementing our body, it goes in and activates our body at a rate of 1 million to 1, just like you see this guy putting out this fire. And it upregulates our survival genes and downregulates the bad genes. Upregulates catalase and glutathione and SOD. 300% increase after 120 days of our body's own glutathione. Look, I don't know about you, but when I was a kid, I never felt my glutathione going up. But I know that I felt good because I had high levels of glutathione. So, and just look at this. Here's what the University of Washington State University said. NRF2 may well become the most extraordinary therapeutic and preventative breakthrough in the history of medicine. We didn't say that. They did. Here's our study where they took a product that did $3 billion last year, a pharmaceutical, and you can look this study up for yourself. $40 a month for NRF2 Protandim, $4,500 a month for Tecfidera. We beat it 6-to-1 in NRF2 activation, and you can go through this study. It wasn't done by us. You can see it was done in the Multiple Sclerosis Journal. So, and then you see it. Look here. Here's the patents. NSF certified, BSc certified, study done by the National Institute of Aging. Look, the FDA does not allow products, natural products, to be able to make claims. We are able to say that we're the only supplement proven in a clinical study to reduce oxidative stress in humans actually in mammals by an average of 40% in 30 days. And in a lot of cases, it was up to 70% in 120 days. Some people, like John Quinones, was 45% in 2 weeks. Okay? I will tell people about this product right here for the rest of my lives and the rest of them. It helps upregulate your survival genes and slow down cellular aging. Somebody said, well, would you take this if you didn't feel it? I said, absolutely. I don't feel myself having a heart attack. I don't feel myself having a stroke till after I've had it. This works at the cellular level, okay? Mitochondria is the next big piece. You hear about it all the time. Why should we care about mitochondria? It converts food energy into cellular energy, right? ATP, adenosine triphosphate. Look at the things that are affected in your body when you have destroyed mitochondria and lack of mitochondria. Cancer, muscular dystrophy, autism, I mean, you name it. Go through it all. Fibromyalgia. So why should you care? Because there's benefits for it, right? Increasing cellular energy, improve performance and sleep, promotes cellular repair, boosts mitochondria and repairs mitochondria. Double whammy, I call it. Cellular aging by supporting chromosome integrity. It's a solution to restore your cellular health to that of your youth. That's why I said 50 is the new 30. Okay? And then the other big part where I believe every sickness is caused, and I'll go over more of that, and we're going to do a Thursday night, just product only, extensive webinar where we're going to dive into detail so you guys can see bigger about the products. Just look at the things that leaky gut causes. Sinus, brain, skin, colon, adrenal fatigue, joints, thyroid issues. Look, I took what I found to be the best, the number one probiotic on the market until I found out about this one. I did my research on Google Scholar about the ingredients and what it did, and I started to take it. And the little things that other probiotic had not fixed, this fixed. And I believe it's because it's the first one to have these two things in it. Just look at it. Survival rate of any probiotic on the market, doesn't matter what you think it's or what I think, it matters what the science shows. About 4% of the probiotics make it through the stomach acid. Ours, because of this patented BioTrack technology, it gets survival rate of 60% into the small and large intestine. Okay? And then Wellmune to help optimal digestion and immune system function, to raise your immune system. Okay? And then the another piece that I really like is the omegas. We can track it from boat to bottle. Never in my life had I ever heard that. My chiropractor, who has a doctorate in nutrition, said this last week, that he'd been begging for companies that he'd been representing before in the past to put vitamin D in their omega, and no one ever did it, and we did it. And we put actually omega-7s for fat and improvement, for fat reduction and improvement in your metabolism. And I know a lot of you think the first time you open a bottle of omegas, it smells. This doesn't smell. It doesn't smell like fish. You can chew it. It has a lemon and a lime flavor. It's great for brain, heart, and immune function. And then skin. We took that. Now, here's another. This is just awesome. I'm seeing massive amounts of people who've been taking our products long-term, like 6 months, 10 months, a year, 2 years. And we have a patent on this, not on the ingredients, on the actual 4 products. I use them every single day. I just used them just now, okay, after my shower. And I use all 4 products. It's why I think my skin is better. You can see the difference just in 61 days. I would wish I had my pictures of back when I first started 5 or 6 years ago. This whole system is patented. We have science and patents on the whole system, not the ingredients. Just ask anybody. Just ask the Nariums and all those out there if they have actual patents on the actual products themselves. Slows down cellular aging. And then like, this is huge, and my chiropractor is doing this with several of his patients, kids that haven't spoken before, kids that haven't put in sentences together, kids that have never said mom or dad are using our products, and we're using these in studies in Australia. And just look, this is one of them. We have many of them where you can see the person writing and then what it did a week later on both Axio and Protandim. It literally blows my mind. And just the stuff that John is doing that we're going to be able to publish here pretty soon is excited. This is my friend Tommy. And next week, I'm going to put a picture of what happened with me while I did use some of our products and got rid of stuff that was, quote, the best, and learned to use our products. This is a 90-day program. We're getting phenomenal results. And then I've learned this, that most people love their pets more than they love themselves sometimes. It just is a fact. It is what it is. And this is Protandim for pets. Remember, dogs age 7 times faster and have 7 times more oxidative stress. I'll just tell you this. I have seen at least 15 Facebook posts of horses and dogs in the last 3 to 5 days about what it's done miraculously. Horses' eyes, dog's skin. It's the Nerve 2 technology. It's Protandim for pets with more stuff for joint mobility and flexibility and cognitive function. And it activates this Nerve 2 pathway, guys. And so let's talk about the opportunity. I say this to people all the time. They ask me, what package should I join at? That's not for me to decide. All I know is that if you're going to get in and you're going to dive in, you would want to use all of the products. And the only one that has that is the Platinum Pack. Now, I just tell you, I do this all the time. I do a view of what people join at in my opportunity. I've got about an 80%, 10%, 10%. 80% join at platinum, 10% at gold, and 10% at silver. My leaders in my company have all purchased Platinum Pack. Even if you can't purchase a Platinum Pack at the beginning, buy a gold and upgrade within the first month that you do it, because there's so much stuff that comes with it. you get more product, you get more, you guys can see access to events, you get the free app that we're getting ready to launch that's going to have everything you'll be able to do. You'll be able to do your entire business from your phone. Okay, that's all I'm going to say about that. But I will tell you this: to do a business, I'm going to use KJ because I see his name right there. My coaching business has exploded, and Lisa and I are here in a place that we just bought because we're going to flip it and make some money, and we were going to buy a house or build a house, whatever. But what we learned is that we have to purchase product every single month to be able to have a business, and it's tax deductible. All the products, and think, Lisa and I use all of the products. Both of us use all the products. I use a little bit more Axia than she does. We laugh about that, but I use the skincare. And look, all you need is a Vitality Stack. I just signed a friend of mine up, and he's using the travel Vitality Stack because he doesn't like bottles. I like the bottles, okay? Just because I have to take mine at different times. So, and these are $5 a day for your health. There's no other place that I've known in my 25-year career that you could spend $5 a day and optimize your health better than anything else on the market. Okay, so let me finish up with this, and then we'll open it up if people have a couple questions or comments, and I'll stop the recording. But just think about this: if you know what we know as LifeVantage distributors, it doesn't matter where people understand this or not. I feel we have a moral obligation to share this information. I'm not going to speak for you or other people. My coaching business, as I said, has become, we're influencing more people than I could ever imagine, and I'm grateful for that. But it's because of LifeVantage that we're able to influence people's lives more. And they give you 40% commissions, okay, on the first purchase of any, whether it's a distributor or a customer. And then they give you residual income, right? Just imagine, my wife loves Amazon. I love Amazon now. She's got me to love it. All the stuff in our office is Amazon, our boards and everything that we have, our lighting that we have, our everything. I mean, everything is Amazon, our paper shredder, our copier, everything. Just think, when you refer somebody to Amazon and they go and buy, do you get a check? No, you don't. And now we've advanced in 7 new countries, 8 including China. So, and let me tell you something. The only reason you can't build a global business is because you're not using the internet. I was at Russell Brunson's event, ClickFunnels Live, this past weekend, and I just watched a guy, a 29-year-old young man that has branded himself in like 10 countries. And he's done $10 million a year by branding himself in other countries. So residual income, but I wanted to put this on here because I believe that this is what we do to build a legacy. This is what we're doing to build a legacy for our family, where it takes 7 years or 10 years. My chiropractor said that it would take 10 years for people to understand this. That was 6.5 years ago. We have 3.5 years before that tipping point comes where people understand this, okay? And this is generation. Every time I sign somebody up and they sign 4 more people up, I get 10% off their check and 5% off those next couple people. That's huge. And I plan to enroll hundreds more people in this business. I think we've already enrolled close to 50. Okay. So here's the ranks. You can see the ranks in the company. We're publicly traded. So you can look at the average incomes of the levels of the company. We have all those different levels on this call tonight: Pro 3s, Pro 4s, Pro 5s. And just look, I love this. Warren Buffett said, if you can't find a way to make money while you sleep, you'll work till you die. And I believe that's true. You want to, and guys, I found this is so amazing. I found this time of adoption thing. I believe it's more effective than the S-curve wave. It is the S-curve wave, but it just expands it and takes it into adopters of a company. It was done by a man named Everett Rogers back in 1962. And just look, you can see where LifeVantage is. And I believe from early majority to late majority, 80%, you can see it's kind of 70, but it's about 80% total of the money of the company is made during that time frame. And then there's the laggards where, 4 to 16% is made. And so, or people join. So you have to think about this. This is where we are. I took his formulation and put it into where LifeVantage is, and we're right here. We're still in the early adopter phase for about another 2 to 3 years. But I wouldn't want to wait that long if I were you. So, and I love what J. Paul Getty said. I'd rather have 1% of the efforts of 100 people than 100% of my own efforts. Guys, you can use this presentation to influence people and encourage them to know that this is where Google was in 2000, actually, a year after their inception. Okay, so I'm going to finish with this. I told you guys about the term nutrigenomics. This was on the Today Show. Nobody had ever coined the term nutrigenomics or biohacking until we did. Now people are starting to take it and try to use it. But just like when you cut yourself, you put a Band-Aid on it. Why is it really a Band-Aid? No. It's ooh, that's weird. Somebody just wrote on my little screen here. That's kind of weird. But one of the really cool things is that same thing with the Kleenex. You know, you blow your nose, it's called a Kleenex, but it's really a tissue, right? And it's funny, a lot of people like Pepsi, but when people ask, when Russell was asking what brand do you think about when you think about a soft drink, the highest number was a Coke, right? And the same thing when the people think about a computer, they think about Apple or iPhone, right? So it's going to be a $600 billion industry. Why wouldn't you want to be in control of something that's there now? And I love this picture. My wife and I found this picture. It's like this young boy standing at the edge of this wave, waiting to catch this wave, waiting to dive in because he sees all these other people doing it, right? Well, that's where you are with this information. You are where this is because you now have the availability to capture a big piece of this. And I'm sorry, guys, I didn't know my video wasn't on. I completely apologize. But I want you guys to think about this. And when you think about this information, number one, you need the products. Everybody needs them. There's stuff that was talked about at numerous conferences I go to, and there's just stuff that I don't need. I don't need anymore. I don't need, if I showed you my cabinet of old products that we have that we just don't use anymore, they're not needed, right? Really, they should be in the trash, right? So it gives me a good idea to do that. But I hope that this information was beneficial to you tonight. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stop the recording right now.